My story begins in Middletown, Ohio, a place that holds a special place in my heart. This town, like many across the American heartland, had known better days. Once bustling with industry and opportunity, it now stood as a shadow of its former self. The decline of manufacturing hit us hard. Factories that once provided livelihoods for generations were now silent, their gates locked and windows boarded up. It left behind a community grappling with poverty, addiction, and despair. The sense of loss was palpable, and the struggle to make ends meet became a daily reality for many. I saw the struggles firsthand. As a child, I witnessed the toll it took on families, friends, and neighbors. My family was not immune to the hardship. We faced financial difficulties, and the stress often weighed heavily on us. We faced our own battles. But through it all, we found strength in each other, and in the values that were passed down to us. But through it all, I learned the value of hard work, resilience, and family. These lessons were not just words, they were lived experiences that shaped my character. These values were instilled in me by my mama and papa. They were the bedrock of our family, providing love, guidance, and a sense of stability. They became my anchor in the storm. Their wisdom and unwavering support helped me navigate the challenges of growing up in a struggling town. Life wasn't easy. There were times when the future seemed uncertain and the weight of our circumstances felt overwhelming. We moved around a lot. Each move was a new beginning, but also a reminder of the instability that marked our lives. I saw the challenges faced by many families in my community. Each family had its own story of hardship and resilience. Despite the difficulties, there was a strong sense of community. People came together to support one another, finding strength in unity. People looked out for one another. Acts of kindness and solidarity were common, and they provided a glimmer of hope in tough times. They understood the importance of sticking together. In a world that often felt harsh and unforgiving, the bonds of community offered a lifeline. These early experiences had a profound impact on me. They taught me about the realities of life, the importance of perseverance, and the power of community. They shaped my worldview and fueled my desire to fight for a better future for places like Middletown. I carry these lessons with me, always striving to make a difference. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for the Veteran Warrior channel. Your support means a lot to us. After high school, I enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. I was driven by a sense of duty to my country. Boot camp at Parris Island was tough. It tested me physically and mentally, but it also taught me invaluable lessons in leadership, discipline, and teamwork. We were all in it together, regardless of background. The Marines instilled in me a deep sense of camaraderie. I served in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom. Deploying to a war zone was a life-altering experience. I witnessed the true cost of freedom. I learned the importance of leadership in the face of adversity. My time in the Marines solidified my belief in service. It showed me the power of unity and purpose. These experiences continue to guide me today as I serve the American people in a different capacity. After my military service, I pursued higher education. It was a significant transition, moving from the disciplined life of the military to the academic world. The skills and values I learned during my service became the foundation for my future endeavors. I attended The Ohio State University. The campus was vibrant and full of life, a stark contrast to the regimented environment I was used to. I immersed myself in my studies and the rich culture of the university, making lifelong friends and connections. Then I went on to Yale Law School. It was a dream come true, but also a daunting challenge. The rigorous academic environment pushed me to my limits, but it also prepared me for the complexities of the legal world. It was a world away from my upbringing in Middletown. Growing up in a small town, I never imagined I'd walk the halls of such prestigious institutions. Yet my roots in Middletown kept me grounded and reminded me of the values I held dear. I encountered different perspectives and ideas. Engaging in debates and discussions with peers from diverse backgrounds broadened my understanding of the world. It was an eye-opening experience that shaped my worldview, but I never forgot where I came from. The memories of my hometown, the people, and the struggles we faced were always with me. They served as a constant reminder of why I was on this journey. My experiences fueled my desire to succeed. Every challenge I faced, every obstacle I overcame, only strengthened my resolve. I was determined to make a difference, not just for myself, but for those who shared my background. I wanted to create a better future for myself and others like me. I believed in the power of community and the importance of giving back. Volunteering and community service became integral parts of my life. After law school, I worked as a venture capitalist in Silicon Valley. It was a dynamic and fast-paced environment filled with innovation and opportunity. I learned the intricacies of the business world and the impact of strategic investments. I saw firsthand the power of innovation and entrepreneurship. The creativity and drive of entrepreneurs were inspiring. They were changing the world one idea at a time, and I was fortunate to be a part of that journey. But I also saw the growing divide in our country. The disparity between the haves and the have-nots was becoming more pronounced. It was a stark reminder that not everyone had access to the same opportunities. The opportunities available in places like Silicon Valley felt out of reach for many in my hometown. The economic disparity was glaring, and it weighed heavily on my mind. I couldn't ignore the struggles of those I left behind. This experience deepened my concern for the forgotten men and women of America. Their voices were often unheard, their needs unmet. I felt a growing responsibility to advocate for them and to bring attention to their plight. I felt compelled to use my voice and platform to advocate for them. Speaking out on social issues, engaging in public discourse, and working towards meaningful change became my mission. I was determined to make a difference, to bridge the gap, and to ensure that everyone had a fair shot at success. In 2016, I wrote Hillbilly Elegy. The book shared my family's story and the struggles of the American heartland. It was a story that needed to be told, a narrative that had been overlooked for far too long. The heartland, with its rich history and resilient people, had been facing a silent crisis. I wanted to shed light on the challenges faced by working-class communities. These were the people who built America, yet their struggles were often ignored. The response was overwhelming as many saw their own lives reflected in the pages. The book resonated with people across the country. It sparked a national conversation about poverty, addiction, and the loss of the American dream. People from all walks of life began to discuss these pressing issues, bringing them to the forefront of national discourse. Writing the book was a deeply personal and challenging experience. It forced me to confront difficult truths about my family and myself. Each page was a journey through my past, filled with moments of pain and revelation, but it was also incredibly rewarding to give a voice to the voiceless. Hillbilly Elegy became a platform to advocate for policies and solutions to help struggling communities. It opened doors for conversations about real change and provided a sense of hope. It was the catalyst for my entry into the political arena. I felt a responsibility to serve my country and fight for the forgotten men and women I had written about. Their stories became my mission, driving me to seek solutions and make a tangible difference in their lives. The journey from author to advocate was unexpected, but it was a path I embraced wholeheartedly. America's Heartland, a vision for economic revival. My vision for America starts with the heartland. We need to bring back good-paying manufacturing jobs. These jobs provided a pathway to the middle class for generations. We need to invest in infrastructure, cut taxes and regulations, and unleash American energy independence. By empowering businesses to thrive, we can create opportunities for all Americans to succeed. We must prioritize American workers. Trade deals should benefit American families, not foreign corporations. Education should equip our children with the skills they need to compete in the 21st century. We need to invest in vocational training and apprenticeships. These programs can provide a pathway to high-paying jobs that don't require a 4-year college degree. By revitalizing our manufacturing base and creating an environment for businesses to flourish, we can restore the American dream for all. Restoring the American spirit, a call for cultural renewal. America is more than just an economy. It's an idea. It's a set of values, faith, family, community, and patriotism. These values are under attack. We see it in the breakdown of the family, the erosion of our shared identity, and the assault on our history. We need a cultural renewal that emphasizes personal responsibility, hard work, and love of country. Our culture should celebrate the values that made America great. We must reject the forces of division and cynicism. It's time to reclaim the optimism and unity that have always defined us. We need to support policies that strengthen families, promote faith, and restore civic pride. By restoring our core values, we can rebuild the foundation of a strong and prosperous America. Strength at home and abroad, a strong national defense. A strong national defense is essential to protecting our freedoms and interests at home and abroad. We must fully fund our military. Our troops deserve the best training, equipment, and support. We need to project strength on the world stage. Weakness invites aggression. We must stand up to our adversaries. We must support our allies. We must never hesitate to defend our interests and values. A strong military is not just about winning wars. It's about preventing them in the first place. We need to rebuild our military and restore American leadership in the world. Draining the swamp. The fight for political reform. The political system is broken. Career politicians and special interests have rigged the game in their favor. They are out of touch with the concerns of everyday Americans. We need to drain the swamp. Term limits, campaign finance reform and lobbying restrictions are crucial for restoring accountability and responsiveness in government. We need to empower the American people. We need to give them a greater voice in their government. We need to end the culture of corruption and self-dealing that has infected Washington, D.C. It's time to return power to the people. Making America Great Again, a personal mission. My journey from Middletown to the Marines, to Yale Law School, Silicon Valley, and now to public service, has been shaped by the belief that America's best days are still ahead of us. The Make America Great Again movement is about restoring the promise of opportunity for all Americans. It's about putting working families first. We need to bring back good-paying jobs, secure our border, and stand up for our values. I'm committed to fighting for these principles every single day. I believe in the resilience of the American spirit. I believe that together, we can overcome the challenges we face and build a brighter future for our children and grandchildren. A new generation of leadership Vance's impact and vision. My goal is to be a voice for the forgotten men and women of this country. I want to be a champion for the values that have made America great. I believe in the promise of the American dream. I'm fighting to make sure that dream is within reach for all Americans, regardless of their zip code or background. My experiences have shaped my vision for a stronger, more prosperous, and more united America. I'm committed to working tirelessly to achieve that vision. I believe in the power of conservative principles to uplift communities and empower individuals. By restoring our economy, renewing our culture, strengthening our national defense, and reforming our political system, we can ensure that America remains a beacon of hope and opportunity for generations to come. Conclusion: a continuing journey for America. The journey to restore America's greatness is a continuous one. It requires the active participation of every citizen. It demands leadership that is grounded in the values that have always defined our nation. My life experiences have instilled in me a deep appreciation for the struggles and aspirations of everyday Americans. I am committed to using my voice and my platform to champion their cause. Together, we can build a brighter future for our children and grandchildren, a future where every American has the opportunity to achieve their dreams, a future where our nation stands tall as a beacon of hope and freedom for the world. Let us embrace the challenges ahead with courage and determination. Let us never waver in our belief that America's best days are yet to come.